My man Eric found this for me. This is another lesbian talking about dating women and how it blows. Now let's hear what she has to say.
Straight women have always told me that they envy me because I don't date men, I date women. But the thing is, straight women don't understand the difficulties of dating women because they don't date women.
Good point. Continue. Her name is True Sovereignty. Speak on, True.
I've never had an easy time dating women, and in this video, I want to talk about why. Welcome to True Sovereignty, where we're mastering our minds so we can reclaim our peace. On my channel,
When she discusses her relationships with women, it won't be just difficult. It'll be abusive.
we talk about building sovereignty, cultivating inner peace,
Yeah.
emotional maturity, and overall independence within yourself and in your life.
Okay, then you better stop dating women then.
I think the core issue that comes from women is we're brought up to be dependent. We're brought up to
There you go. It's always some outside force. And you're brought up to be independent. If it's about independence, True, how come your relationships are so abusive with these women?
rely on other people. When I was a little girl, it was constantly implied that I would never really have to fend for myself. I'd always have someone to rely upon.
Okay, this isn't training you. This is just telling you how life is. You don't have to work for a living. You, as a woman, are not expected to succeed in life. You've already succeeded. You were born female. Nothing is expected of you. Men would love to have that. True?
Theoretically, a husband. And women are brought up like that, whether they turn out to be gay or straight.
But this has nothing to do with just getting a husband is getting a servant, right? That's what it means. And the thing is, they're telling you the truth. Again, you can get a male servant. You are not expected to do anything with yourself.
Women are not told that one day someone's going to rely on you.
There you go. There you go. Women aren't told, right? Someone else's fault.
Someone's going to depend on you. So you're going to have to learn how to rely on yourself, depend on yourself, and learn how to solve problems. Women aren't taught that. So that in turn causes a whole host of other issues.
So this is female privilege that she's trying to what is it, frame as a disadvantage. True, I'm not going to let you do that.
I also just want to have a disclaimer here. None of this is women hating. There are issues with men as well.
Did she say women-aiding? What? No, this isn't men as well. True. You're telling a lie now. We are not told that we don't have to be reliable, that we can rely on others. We are not like you gals at all. We're on the other side of the fence.
I might talk about that in another video, but that's not what this video is about.
Why would you talk at all? You don't date men, remember?
And towards the end of this video, you'll actually see what I truly think. But first, I want to get into the obstacles when it comes to dating women from a woman's perspective. So women are essentially getting mixed messages as we grow up because we're taught to be reliant, which causes women...
No. You're not taught to be reliant, True. You have female privilege.
to actually become entitled. So women feel that they are entitled to a man's money, a man's time, what have you. Mostly their money, right?
No, dude. No. See what she's trying to do? She's trying to say women aren't abusive to men. They just want men's money. No, she got, I'm telling you right now, I've watched this video already. She's going to describe the abuse that comes with a relationship with another woman. So she knows this isn't just about money. It's about money is time, lady. True money is time. So it is about men's time. There are wives who send men off to work continuously, but then gripe that they're not around. So it's money, it's time, and mental health. They damage men's mental health. It's sadism.
But then in turn, they're taught that they're flawless, that they can do whatever they want, be whatever they want, and that they should be an independent boss babe. So that's where
Well, they're taught that by people's allowances. It's not that they've been handed a bad script. They've been handed a true script.
we get feminism, where women are essentially spreading the message that they want equality, but that they also feel entitled to a man's money.
Okay, then they're lying, aren't they? They don't want equality.
That's where
And your personal experiences say so.
we're getting the mixed messages there. These issues are stemming not only from how we're raised and the classical...
No. You have free will. When you women reach adulthood, you make your own choices. You could behave like human beings. No one is to blame for your actions.
roles that women have kind of always played within society. But now social media, which is kind of spouting this you don't need anybody type of mentality. So women are getting mixed messages, and it's getting really confusing. So
There's nothing confusing about this. In a way, women don't need men in so much as they don't want us. Need's the wrong word. Women don't desire men. And that's why they can use us like they do and feel zero pain, have zero consequences.
I'm a woman. What makes me different? Well, not all women are like this. You know, not all women are the way that I'm describing.
So many women are like that. I can say women are like that.
And the reason I'm not like this, the reason why I'm independent, solo, emotionally mature, self-aware, is because my worst fear has always been relying on somebody else. I grew up in a household where I kind of knew early on I didn't want to stay for very long. So, due to a toxic environment.
Okay, so this isn't a fear of you being reliant on someone. This is a fear of you being reliant on someone who's toxic to you. Little children love being reliant on their parents if their parents are good, right? That's why people have such fond memories of their childhood. If their parents are kind, it's a great lifestyle. The parents worry about everything and the child doesn't have to. Life is one long, summer.
You know, differing lifestyles, things like that. I knew I didn't want to stick around for very long, so I knew I didn't want to rely on anybody.
Again, this is about you dealing with toxic people, not about reliance.
So, in turn, I became independent, emotionally mature, self-aware, accountable, because I knew those things were a recipe for independence. You know, if I wipe my ass, I get clapped for, you know? Great job, you wiped your ass.
Thank you for admitting that. Thank you for admitting female privilege.
You know, all because I'm a woman. I do a lot of things that men do, but I get praised for it,
Yeah.
and men are kind of like, eh.
There you go. Thank you. Now, the truth really is coming up. The thing is, you won't call it female privilege.
Okay, big deal. I'll give you one example, skateboarding. I'm a woman who skateboards. That is admirable. That is, wow, you're so brave and talented and skilled.
Well, the thing is, you don't have to do it. That's the thing. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. So anytime you accomplish anything, it's a bonus, right?
But if women or society finds out that a man skateboards, he's a loser, he's a bum, he's a stoner, he's.
It's a sign of low income. That's why. It's a sign of low status. When they talk about man being immature, they just mean he's low status. You girls don't need status. That's why you can do the exact same things men do and you get praised and men get bashed.
That is really a big difference. And that is just one example. There are many, many other examples. I mean, scuba diving is looked at, I'm a scuba diver, and scuba diving is looked at, as, wow, that's such a crazy, brave sport that you do. But again, if someone finds out that a man scuba dives, it's like, oh, okay, cool. If someone finds out that I scuba dive as a woman, wow, that is so amazing. You are so inspirational. Women get 10 times more praise
Why?
for doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And so men are kind of starting on a lower point. So women
Not kind of, we are. We're started behind. There is a caste system. True. Women are in the nobility, and we men are peasants. That's a fact.
automatically think that they're top tier, when they're actually just average. Men who are tens will sleep with really anybody.
See what I mean? Look at some guys. Guys who are tens will take what they can get because men take what they can get. Right? There are no Chads that bang only women who are nines and tens.
10 man will sleep with a woman who's a 2 just to get some tail, right?
Uh-huh.
So that woman who's a 2 now thinks that she can get men who are 10s.
Well, she doesn't think it. She knows it. True, if guys who are 10 are banging women who are 2, then the women know that's a case, it's a fact. They know it's the case. So it's not about belief.
So average men aren't getting any action because average women or below average women think they can get above average men.
But it's not just think that they can. They know that they can, and they also want it. They want nothing to do with fives. Like that guy, these guys who are tens, who bang women who are 2, they will bang women who are 4s and 5s and 6s because men want to be with women. If women are deselecting guys who are their level, it's because they just don't care about being with men.
That's just kind of how it works. So let me just rattle off a list of the type of women I've dated. This comes from 15 years of dating, 15 plus years of dating, 6 serious relationships. And
See, so not all women are like that, but this is 15 years, 6 serious relationships. Let's hear this.
60 plus dates with women. And I've dated men as well, but mostly.
Please stop. Please stop. Stick to your kind. You deserve it. You deserve the joy of dating women.
Women. So I'm going to rattle it off, and I'm also not, excluding myself. I was also toxic in these situations, but
Holy shit. That's quite, oh my God. I forget the exact word, but confession. That's quite the confession.
I would say that there were really only a few times where I was the most toxic, and that was simply because I was unaware and immature, not because I was abusive or manipulative on purpose.
Oh, I see. So you're admitting that you're abusive and manipulative on purpose. You weren't on purpose, though. True. How can you manipulate someone by accident? So you're not the aware, mature person you're claiming you are.
So, those are my flaws. Now, let me tell you what I've experienced in women. I dated a woman who was physically, mentally, emotionally, and verbally abusive.
Really? So I thought this was just about money. True. Didn't she just want you to work for her?
I've dated women who were incredibly emotionally immature and unaware. Women who were incredibly avoidant. You know, women are players. Women can be avoidant. Women can be unaware.
Well, why would they be aware? You're only aware if there's consequences. If you've never had consequences for your bad actions, you're not going to gain awareness.
I've dated women who used sex, affection, touch as a weapon.
Okay. So all the things women claim about men, they're projecting their behavior onto us.
Against me and withheld sex. So I was essentially in a sex
Wow, women withheld sex from you. What an insult thing for you to say. True. Are you an incel now?
sexless relationship with that woman. I've been with women who were jealous, conniving, manipulative, and controlling.
Ah.
You name it. I have been with.
So all these 60 plus stage, you had six relationships, but you're single now, aren't you? How come if women aren't all the same, how come you haven't found the right one yet? True.
Those types of women. Now, for men, I know one of the biggest obstacles men face is that
Oh, a type. Those types of women. So you have a type. You keep picking the same woman. When guys say that, you gals say, hey, maybe the problem is you and your choices. True. So which is it? Is it that you're bad, you make bad decisions, you can't choose the right girl? Or is it just explaining the nature of women in general? Either way, it doesn't come off as good for you.
women are emasculating to men.
Women are emasculating the men. Yeah, women don't like men. That is true. Thank you for admitting that.
They essentially treat men like their children. And that's actually what happened to me. And no, it's not.
No, no, not children. Children are often treated well. No, men are treated like garbage.
Not because I was acting like a child. It's because the particular woman I was with wanted to be in control.
Ah, so
And
you're admitting female dominance. Women don't want a partnership in their partnerships. They want dominance. Right.
and continually treated me as if I was an idiot, as if I was a burden, even though
Emotional, what is that? I'm trying to think of the right term, right? Just a minute, I have to pause it while I think of it. Oh, well, no, I got it. Emotional labor. So when women If the other person wants any kind of reciprocation, true, it's labor on their part. That's what it is. So basically, you were causing emotional labor to these women. You expected something in return.
I sacrificed almost everything for that woman. She treated
Wow.
me like I was a piece of dirt.
There you go.
And what is all that for? It's to gain control and power. She had insecurity, so she wanted to bring me
No, no, she wasn't insecure. She was sadistic. This is something I had to put up when I was a young guy. It's this claim that our bullies were they were insecure, right? They're not. They're just sadistic. People get off being sadistic. And your ex there got off treating you like garbage, treating you like a man. True, you're a man now, my son.
down to her level so she didn't have to feel so bad about herself. And that's what women do a lot of the time. And women don't realize
Wow, what insult talk. That's what women do a lot of the time. This is a incredible critique of your own gender, True, right? They say you could date men, but I don't want you to date men. Sorry, men are too good for you, True. You're a lesbian, stick to your own kind.
it. And here I am, as a woman, telling you how women can be. So all this to say, men are not the only problem. Women
We're not the problem at all. Where are we involved in your relationships with these abusive women? We have nothing to do with that. True.
are also a problem. We are in an emotional immaturity pandemic.
No, no, they're not immature. They're not immature. Immature people can still be kind. Little children are immature, but they're loving people. They can be loving. They've been kind to you. It- Immaturity does not equal what you're talking about.
What does that mean? That means everybody is a fucking child. Unfortunately, most adults are children these days.
You sound like a dude now, True. Women are just children. When a woman abuses you and treats you as garbage, she's just immature. She's just a child. Even though children are actually good people and treat other people well, right? You sound like a dude, True.
And that is what I want to bring attention to. We need to stop blaming each other. Stop blaming men, stop blaming women. In fact,
No, women treat you like dirt, and you've been blaming them. You have been blaming these women for treating you like dirt, but then you want to stop blaming them? Then what is the point of your video, True?
it's a whole ass red flag if you meet somebody. If you meet a man and they hate women, or if you meet a woman and they hate men,
Really, what man hates women, right? This is more of this trying to make things equal when they aren't. So all your dates, your 60 plus dates and your six relationships, you chose women who hated men specifically?
that's a red flag and you should run away from that person as fast as you possibly can. Here's the deal. By the time you're 25 and your frontal lobe has fully developed, there are no more excuses for you to be a baby. It's time to grow up. It's time for you to become a better person instead of searching for a good person. It's time for you to stop popping out babies and start
Popping out babies, really? So you're saying these women shouldn't be having children? I don't know what this is about, True, right? So you're begging women now, right? You're doing what men do, True. You beg your oppressors to be kind to you. Well, I can tell you as a man, as an MRA, that doesn't work.
Popping out hard truths about yourself. It's time to stop
Oh.
taking and start giving. It's
Okay, what's the motivation for these women to do that, though? I mean, they used you, abused you, and they tossed you or chased you away. What were the consequences of that? None. So, what's going to motivate them to change their behavior?
time to start getting to know yourself before you try to get to know somebody else. And it's time to realize your own flaws before you start judging others. What they say, don't throw.
Yeah, but what if they don't see it as a flaw, True? What if they say, I'm a sadist and it's good? And I like to brag up to my girlfriends how I manipulated this other woman. I'm such an incredible woman that even other women I can use and toss. Right? What if she sees that as a good thing?
Throw rocks when you're in a glass house. Something like that. I don't know. Dating isn't cooked because of one gender, because of men or women. Dating
Well, your experiences is with one gender, True.
is cooked because people are selfish, superficial, immature, unaware. Dating is cooked because people are cooked. Let's just say that.
Well, maybe
So,
they're not cooked. Maybe they're just abusive and in control, right? Maybe these women that abused you, they may not be cooked. Their lives are probably just as good as they've always been. I mean, it's a harsh reality, but most bullies do well in life. True?
all this to say, stop blaming each other and start blaming.
Blaming, lady, this whole video is you've been blaming other women. So if they're actually at fault, what's wrong with blaming them?
Yourself. If you like this type of content, this type.
Well, I do get a good laugh at it. True, I do love seeing women actually have no man to harm.
Type of hard truth, objective, general content. Leave a like down below.
By the way, I love where she's at. It's gorgeous there.
Comment down below your experience if you're a lesbian, or if you're a man who dates women, or if you're a woman who agrees and you're straight. Most straight women will not be able to hear this because they're not self-aware. They're very defensive, which is.
Well, they are aware, right? They just see themselves as above men, that's all. And in your case, above you. They're saying, who are these underclass to tell me what to do? Or say anything negative about me? You're beneath me. So it's not a lack of awareness, True.
Sign of emotional immaturity. And they just can't take it that men aren't the only problem in the world. It's not the patriarchy, it's the billionaires.
Oh, it's not the patriarchy, it's the billionaires. True, the patriarchy doesn't exist. Your experience shows you that women are in charge. And they call the shots. That's not a patriarchy. And did the billionaires make these women treat you like garbage? True.
Men and women. Like, share, subscribe. I am a new content creator, so I really appreciate you checking out my stuff.
Well, I did appreciate this video. I won't lie. I'm not being sarcastic, True. I really enjoyed this video. I'm glad there was no men harmed. I'm glad women get to experience the joy of other women.
And I will see you in the next video with more hard truths.
Well, some of the things you said, some of your comments were harsh truths, and others weren't. Let's not blame each other. Right. Anyway, True, it's been a pleasure. 7:32. I hope your channel does blow up, to be honest. And you have more discussions like this. Okay. Goodbye.